Our next speaker is Ken Smith. He will be doing speech number 4. The length is 20 to 40 minutes. This is from the Professional Speaker Manual. The objective is the professional speaker plan and present a seminar with specific learning objectives, relate to the audience by using a seminar presentation style, use seminar presentation techniques to promote group participation, learning, and personal growth. The speech title is Writing Humor the John Cantu Way. With our club's speech context next week, we could use a little coaching on writing humorous speech. Who better than to ask the late, great John Cantu to give us his workshop posthumously. John Cantu was original MC and producer of the first Sunday night all-comedy shows in 1975 at the Holy City Zoo Comedy Club in San Francisco. John was a coach to Robin Williams, Paula Poundstone, Kevin Meaney, and many others who got their start as comedians under John's guidance. John was also both a Toastmasters and friend to our own club. At Ken's invitation, John provided us with an hour-and-a-half-long comedy writing workshop in place of our regular weekly meeting more than 10 years ago. In this workshop, the club learned the process John developed to actually sit down and write humor. Here now to lead us through John's process, please help me welcome John. Here we go, John Cantu. Yeah. Ken Smith with his presentation, Writing Humor the John Cantu Way. Writing Humor the John Cantu Way. Ken Smith.
Thank you very much. Humor is important in any communication. You hear it from Gary all the time. Gary likes wordplay. That is one form of humor. When John started his career in humor, he had been a class clown much of his life. He knew he was funny, so he thought he could write humor. And the first thing he attempted was to write cartoon ideas for cartoonists. He saw an ad or a notice in Writer's Market that those people buy ideas. Well, how do you think they come up with ideas every week? They're creative in drawing, but they're not always so creative in coming up with the ideas, so they buy ideas. So John thought, okay, I think I can do that. And in a 3-month period, he wrote 30 cartoon ideas and sent them off to various cartoonists and didn't sell any. Wow, this thing isn't working very well. So he eventually figured out that by looking at other cartoons, a concept that he called old and new. And that what this was you take an old scene, let's say a caveman painting on a cave wall, and you add a new twist to it. For example, he could wear a beret. That's not all that funny. Or maybe he could do it with a paintbrush. It's not real funny either. But maybe, how about spray paint? Or even paint by numbers. So you see on the wall a saber-toothed tiger with 1 on it, and a can that's yellow with a 1 on it, and a woolly mammoth with 2 on it, and a grape can with 2 on it. So just by playing with that concept, old and new, he made a living for 3 years. He sold a lot of cartoons, ideas to cartoonists, and he was published in every major magazine out there, with the exception of the New Yorker. That was his goal, and he never got it. But he was published in everything else. But then, after 3 years, he decided, I can do something better. And he came up with a concept of association lists. And it was, again, by studying jokes that people were doing on Johnny Carson or whatever. He was able to start seeing connections in the ideas. And he figured out, okay, I could do that. I can develop a method, a system, a process, where I can write those kinds of jokes. And that's what he shared with us. in our closet a little over 10 years ago. I don't remember, it's 99 or 2000. It was one of those 2 years. And he died a few years after that, unfortunately. But it is a process that anyone and everyone can use no matter what their topic is. And that's why I want to share it prior to our speech contest. I have paper and pens. Please take at least 4 sheets of paper. I'm going to make 4 lists. If you need a pen, I've got pens up here.
So should pass them?
Yeah, go. There's some at the corners down there. Oh, so,
you got
wrap around.
All right, here it is.
We are going to look at the process. Okay, the first thing John would do is put the idea, the topic that he's going to do his joke on at the top of the list. And let's use automobiles. You can use any topic. But let's say you were a joke writer and someone called you and said, I've got to do 3 or 5 minutes worth of jokes and the theme is automobiles. So it's your job now to come up with a bunch of material for them. Make 4 columns and then mark each column. The first one, people. Second one, places. Third one, things. And the fourth one, miscellaneous. And what we're going to do is just start, be creative, come up with people who are related to automobiles. Henry Ford, for example, give you a start. Put that in there. And maybe it doesn't have to be specifically a person, it can be a description of a person, like your auto mechanic. So give me some feedback. People.
AJ Foy.
B.I. Coulthard. Ford.
Nader.
Cab driver.
Well, maybe.
Nader.
Louis Chevrolet.
What'd you say?
Louis Chevrolet. Louis?
Oh, shit. I thought you said chauffeur.
Spell Louis. Louis. Okay. That's Louis. Louis Chevrolet. Okay, a
Chauffeur.
few more. You want to get at least 10 items on
You need another one? Chauffeur?
chauffeur, good.
Harley Jones.
How about a car thief?
Car thief. Car thief, there you go. Any others?
Your son? You used that as an example
All right.
of learning how to drive. He was the first car.
Son or daughter, either one. Okay, let's move to places. If other people come up while we're doing this, shout them down and write them out too, so that this is creative, this is brainstorming. Factory. Places is a factory, okay?
Parking lot.
Detroit. What'd you say, Lee?
Parking lot. That was me.
Garage.
You gotta get rid of your Midwest accent. Yeah. Yeah.
Parking space.
Okay.
Huh?
Tunnel.
Highway,
Yeah.
bridge, over.
How about museum?
Oh, nice.
Jim.
Sales lot.
Sales lot. Any others?
Junkyard?
Yeah, right.
Junkyard.
No.
I hope you can read your writing better than I can read mine. I think I can interpret most of those.
Tires.
Things, tires,
Okay.
brakes,
Horns. Convertible top.
What?
Convertible top. I
Okay.
had one of those when I was
brake
in
stop,
college in Minnesota. That was fun, yeah.
Pothole.
what was that?
Pothole.
Mile, okay.
It was funny though, huh?
Gasoline.
Gasoline.
Heavy.
Heavy.
Dual carb. 3 twos.
Backseat driver.
Well, that'd be miscellaneous.
Yeah, that's a good
People,
one.
Put that under
People.
Good.
stereo,
What's that?
stereo,
stereo.
stereo.
Tail light.
Say it again?
Tail light. Axle.
Okay, let's go on to miscellaneous. Miscellaneous are abstract things or ideas, emotions.
About traffic jam.
Okay.
Gridlock. Commuter lane.
Speed,
Speed, very nice.
Accident.
Accident.
The strip.
Say it
The
again.
strip.
Fishtail.
Strip.
The strip, you know, where everybody drives.
Oh, strip.
Ah. Fishtail.
We said cruise maintenance.
Cruise maintenance.
Where? From, I believe it was from Ignition Valley Road to,
Oh,
most of downtown.
you're talking about Walnut Creek.
Walnut Creek.
You cruise literally Main Street.
Fishtail.
Go ahead.
Police officer, cops.
Other people?
Under people?
yeah.
Well, you could put traffic ticket under miscellaneous
Yeah.
or under
Didn't we?
things, yeah. Well, did we get?
Well, traffic jam.
What about wax jam?
Okay. It doesn't make any difference.
Yeah,
It's just,
yeah, right,
the columns are to help your mind.
right.
Car wash.
Car wash.
Oh,
Place, I guess.
Place.
Debt. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
all.
okay. Detailing.
Okay, now, we make another list. This is the topic, but there should be a trait about the topic that you want to talk about. So there are a number of possible traits about automobiles